Yo, what's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to a brand new video. Today I'm actually getting delivery of a new car. So the F80 is officially sold. It's been gone for maybe 2 weeks now, but yeah, we're getting a new car delivered. Let's go see when it gets here. Alright boys, here's the car. Get a little start for you guys.
Instagram or something.
Oh no, YouTube. Ja, все, давай. Alright boys, so we got plates in the car and some parts in the back. I'll be looking through these soon, but we're just gonna try to slap on the plate for now, just so it has a plate, and yeah, then we'll look through the parts.
Yo,
Got a latch here.
I love black on Corvettes.
Shocked me.
Do these scooters work?
Yo! Boys took off the Targa. Everything's good, so the belt's chirping. So we're gonna have to take a look at that, but other than that, motor sounds healthy. Show you all the parts in the back. We got the fender liners and the foam. None of it's damaged, so I don't even know why they totaled this car out. But mad sus. Here's technically the damage. The bumper gap is kind of bad, and we already popped this side in. This side, the little clip is broken, so I'll need to get another one. But other than that, it's literally mint. So I don't know why they totaled it out. Alright, so it's the next day. The weather's a bit better today, so I'm about to head out to the car, and I'm going to take off the front bumper and see if there's any hidden damage. And then, yeah, we'll start ordering up parts from there. Let me go do a quick walk around of the car, and then I'll take off that bumper. So it's a 06 C6. It's not a Z06 or anything like that, just a base C6 model, and it has 130,000 miles, manual transmission, and basically it was listed on auction with front end damage, and as you can see, there's gaps under the headlights, but that's because the crash foam bar isn't on, so that should pick up the bumper. But body wise, there's no damage really or anything that needs to be repainted, but something is dragging on the underside of the car, so I'm gonna have to pick it up. The bumper is already kind of removed. They just kind of threw it back on, I think whoever did the estimate for insurance. So let's take off that front bumper and see what's going on under there, see if there's any crazy hidden damage. All right, before I take off the front bumper, let's get a quick cold start for you guys. All right. It's nothing crazy. I don't think it has headers or anything. Just basically the exhaust system, but sounds pretty good. As you guys can see, all of the bolts are already off for the bumper, and it looks like there's only a few, I think it's 10 mils right here holding the bumper to the fender, and that's about it. All of the other hardware is already off. So yeah, so let's go ahead and unscrew those, and then we'll remove the bumper and see what's hiding underneath. Alright, so looking at this damage, I'm still kind of shocked. So basically the lower radiator support is broken off right here. Just fully came off. But the crazier part is that the radiators are untouched, so they're perfectly fine. It's just this bar. The upper bar is okay. The suspension is okay. So it looks like it got totaled out literally because of one radiator support. I'm not sure if it's considered structural or not. Carfax didn't say that it was a major accident or anything. And yeah, I'm still kind of shocked that they totaled it out for something so small. I already ordered this bar on eBay. It cost me a grand total of 80 bucks for both sides and the middle piece. So I'd say that's a steal. And let's take a look at this front bumper right here. Basically, I expected at least the underside to be damaged. The bumper on top is obviously perfectly fine. No paintwork is needed, but basically it just broke this tab right here, which it should look like that, which we can get fixed. And then kind of made a hole in this tab as well, which we'll just patch. And then other than that, the whole underside of this bumper is good too. So honestly, got pretty lucky with this car. I'm gonna get under the car, try to see if there's anything else. But I think that's the only damage so far. Alright guys, so since that lower radiator support is now ordered, I'm going to try to just throw on the crash bar foam. I'm not going to bolt up the bumper fully, but I just want to make sure that the gaps under the headlights will line up with once the foam is on. So yeah, let's go throw that on and hopefully everything lines up well. Alright fellas, crash foam is on. I think this should really help the bumper stay up higher, so I think it'll be good. I'm going to try to throw it on right now and see. Such an interesting car. I've never seen a foam bar that it has like those plastic things that kind of attach, but pretty sick. Very racy, unlike anything I've ever worked on before. But yeah, let's throw on this bumper. Alright guys, so next order of business. Basically, the car has an aftermarket head unit, and it did have an amplifier in the back, or a subwoofer, whatever it is. And someone actually cut it and stole it, I'm assuming from the auction yard, or maybe it was the previous owner. So now there's no sound in the car when I connect to Bluetooth, so I'm going to try to figure out how I can make it work again. I know there's a stock amp in the passenger side footwell, so I'll check if that one's connected. And then yeah, I'll just try to troubleshoot, see if we can figure that out. Alright boys, it's been a couple days. Basically the lower radiator support came in. It's kind of ridiculous. So this whole thing is only 11 pounds, and that's with the box because it's fully aluminum. But yeah, let's unbox it. Hopefully it's the same, and we'll go throw it on the car. I actually have a state patrol inspection tomorrow, so we gotta go bolt on the bumper and bolt this on. Got the support, everything checks out, so let's go throw it onto the car. Alright boys, so here's the damage one more time. Basically there's a bar, and here's the new one we got. Completely in one piece. And yeah, it should be simple, just 4 bolts, and it should come off. And that's where the little rubber mounts go for the radiators, and that should be it. So let's throw it on, see if it's good. Bar should be removable. Yep. I thought that maybe a frame rail would be kinked or something, but it literally bolted in fully perfectly, no issues. So yeah, now we're gonna try to toss on that front bumper, and it should be ready to go. Kind of crazy, kind of a really quick and simple video. I didn't expect there to be this little damage, but yeah, let's throw it on and see if there's any more hiccups. Let's do a quick cold start, and we have to head out because we're gonna be late if we don't leave in a couple minutes. Alright everyone, just passed inspections, got all the papers here. So now we're about to head down home, and I think I'm gonna take off the roof right now, take off the top. It's a sunny day, so I might as well cruise home. It's like a 35-minute drive with the roof down, so yeah, let's go cruise. Got the new shocks right here. Got the car sitting, and I'm gonna try to show you guys just how bad the shocks really are. It's honestly kind of scary to drive because the car, after it hits a bump, it will pogo and sometimes even sway side to side. But if I just grab it and push down, the whole thing is just bouncing, and this is from barely any force. So yeah, we're gonna try to change it out and then see how much that helps. So let's do it. Alright, so here are the shocks. These are the Z06 style shocks, so they should be a little bit better than the factory base model ones. Alright, car is in the air. Basically we have one nut right there. and then 2 here on that control arm, I believe, and that should be all there is to it. So let's go ahead and try to take it off. All right, got the first shock out. Honestly, pretty easy, took like 10 minutes, and that's only because I did not have an impact gun. But it's just 2 13 mils on the bottom and then 1 15 mil on top, I believe. And then you kind of just slide it right out. So let's throw this new one in. Looks much better. These are, here, let me show y'all. These are completely cooked. All right, progress update. So we got the old shock out and we already started this new shock. But basically for the new shock, since it's not as easy to compress, you do have to drop this front control arm. But with that out of the way, it kind of drops everything and it's super easy to put it on. So let's wrap up this side and head on over to the driver's side. All right, boys, here's the old strut. Check this out. Zero effort. They are completely cooked. I'm doing the second side now. Same thing basically, but you just have to unbolt the coolant expansion tank. And yeah, it's the same amount of difficulty, super easy. Better drop that one out and then just toss this one in and we'll move on to the rear. All right, the shock is out. Throw on the new one. All right, we're starting up the rears. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. We don't have too much daylight left, but let's see how long this side takes. All right, progress update. Got the 24 millimeter bolt off the bottom. Now just 2 10 millimeters on top and it should come off. All right, we're snugging up the top bolts. Basically with this one, you don't even have to remove anything. It's just the shock and it'll pop out. There's enough room so you don't have to unbolt the axle or anything, which is really nice. Alright guys, quick tip for anyone if you guys are planning on installing these shocks or retrofitting them. So the stock ones, the bushing here is clamped on pretty tight. So these will come very loose. So the bushing inside moves, so you might have to tighten these down a bit. This one is for the most part kind of tight, but that one that I just put on, the whole bushing was spinning. So make sure that this top nut kind of squishes this bushing. All right, it's 6:45 right now. Let's see how long it takes us to do the last shock. All right, so the bottom 24 mil bolt is off. Now we have 2 13 millimeter bolts up here, and that is all. All right, quick tip for anyone doing this. What I did, if you don't wanna have to use a jack to pick up the bottom of the whole knuckle, what I did is you barely thread these 2 on, and then you can pull the shock down enough to put the big 24 mil into it. All right, guys, it is 6:56 and the shock is in. All right, so we just wrapped up the install. Honestly, wasn't too bad at all. Maybe took 2 hours with all 4 getting done. So yeah, let's go test out the car, see if the handling improved at all, because it was pretty bad before. All right, first impressions. Feels way better. Yeah, doesn't sway side to side anymore, kind of like this. We're gonna go take it to the twisty road and see how it does.
Filming. Holy crap, it feels fast.
It feels much better.
It feels so fast now. And look how nice it is on the turns. It's so smooth on the turns.
Oh, it feels planted. Good. Way better.
It feels insane.
No more bumps at all.
Yup. We're about to do a pull. Feels so much better. Holy crap.
So sessions with the sway bar. Honestly, huge difference. I'm really happy we did it, especially on bumps. The car feels way more planted. No more like of a pogoing, I guess, effect. And also, I feel like when you're doing pulls, there's a lot more traction to the tires because it's not kind of bouncing up and down. So yeah, 100% worth it. 100% recommend for anyone with higher miles. And yeah, let's go see what else we got to do to this thing. Alright boys, just finished. Yo, what's up boys, new morning. We're about to head down to Redmond Town Center. There's going to be the first event of the year. Bunch of cool cars, and yeah, we're going to take the C6. We're about to hit the car wash real quick, get her washed up, and then be on our way. So let's go see what kind of cars they got. It should be like red. Yeah, it's recording. All right, we made it. Had to get out of passenger side because the parking spot's really small, but made it. Let's go look at the cars. All right, we are at the car show, guys. Honestly, this place makes you feel so poor, but ridiculous cars. There's a F40 over there, a bunch of Ferraris on this side, bunch of Lambos. There's a bagged full carbon Aventador over there. But yeah, it just makes you realize how much money there is in the world. Everyone, so that is going to be it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the rebuild. It was pretty simple process for this one, nothing crazy. For the car amp, I did hire an electrician to come out and he basically wired it all up for me and it worked great. But the car's already officially sold. I already have the next rebuild, which will be in the next video for you guys. But if anybody's curious, this is how much I paid for the car and this is how much it costed me in total. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the rebuild and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.